TV 56.
We're back. Wally George here on this maddening Monday. I want to remind you to join me tonight on the radio, our second big year. Next month, we start our third year on KLAC, that great country music station, 570 on the AM dial. Join me tonight. Normally, we're on the air from 7 until 10. Tonight, we'll be on late. We'll be on following the Lakers game at approximately 8:45 tonight. You can call me on the phone, and if you want to write, well, I'll give you the numbers to call a little bit later so you can get a head start on the other callers. So tonight, join me at approximately 8:45. You can call me on the phone. We'll have all kinds of open forum and stuff for you on the radio, KLAC 570 AM. Okay, now I think my phone must be ringing in there, Glenn. There it goes. Let's see who's on the phone. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Wally. This is Mark from L.A.
Yes, Mark.
Yeah, I was wondering if you read the Sunday paper in Los Angeles Times Review section.
What was it about?
Well, it had an article on you. It said that you were completely...
No. I don't want to talk about those stupid things. They had some article somebody wrote about the station and everything, but we don't want to talk about that. Next caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Wally.
Yes.
This is Danny from Garden Grove.
Yes, Danny.
I think it's kind of discouraging that you keep going on the air saying stuff like the election's over, don't worry about it and stuff. You're going to keep people from going out and voting on November 8th.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just stating reality. I mean, they're saying it in all the newspapers. It's not going to stop people from going. Haven't you heard exactly the opposite happens? People like to jump on the bandwagon, and they go out and they vote for the winning team. So that's not going to keep anybody from voting. I say people are going to go out en masse. Well, they said the same thing in the last election with Ronald Reagan. Everybody said, I said it, everybody said it, it was going to be a landslide for Ronald Reagan, and it was a landslide for Ronald Reagan. That doesn't keep people from voting. They got a lot of other things they're going to vote for, too. Propositions, candidates for other offices. So you don't know what you're talking about, as usual. So don't bother me. Next caller, you're on the air.
Hello, Wally.
Yes.
This is Will in Los Angeles.
Yes, Will.
I just want to say, if these gang members had any sense, they'd come over and shoot.
Oh, get off, dimwit. First of all, these gang members do not have any sense. They are idiots who should be locked up for the rest of their lives. They're drug dealers, they're murderers, and they don't need, like some of these liberal bleeding hearts say, they don't need any compassion. They don't want any job programs. What they do need is to be knocked over the head and kicked in jail. And when the jails are all full, then we'll build some concentration camps for them. That's what we got to do. Wipe the streets clean of this scum and give the city of Los Angeles back to the people again. Next caller, you're on the air.
Wally, how you doing?
Pretty good. Who's this?
This is Bob in Anaheim.
Yes, Bob.
Hey, when were you on the Tonight Show? I'm afraid I missed that.
Well, I missed it, too. I didn't even know I was on the Tonight Show, but somebody called me and told me I was. It was probably a rerun that they ran when Johnny mentioned me in his monologue. He has done that for quite a few years now, and so he either did it again or it was a rerun. And I want to thank Johnny for all of the multi-million dollars worth of publicity that he's given me over the years. He's mentioned me many, many times in his monologues, and I like it. One of the best things, I got a kind of a chuckle out of it, is he said, Wally George is the William F. Buckley of the cockfight circuit. I thought that was kind of amusing. Keep them coming, John. We can use every bit of that publicity. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Wally.
Yes.
Hi, this is Brian in Los Angeles.
Yes, Brian.
Hi, well, I'd like to say that I want my money back because the bud you sold me had too many seeds and stems in it.
Okay, well, we'll make sure that you get it back in tomorrow's mail. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Wally.
Yes.
Hi, this is Pete Dickerson in Covina.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Yeah, Wally, how do you think we can clean up, all these gangs and blowing?
Well, I just said that. You obviously weren't listening. I just said the only answer is to bring in the National Guard to assist our LAPD and throw them in jail or put them in concentration camps. This thing is not going to go away if we're going to coddle them and try to lovingly understand them and offer them jobs or job training courses. They don't want that kind of stuff. They have the kind of jobs they want. They're dealing in drugs, making $1,000 a week, and sometimes more than that. Let's go to the next caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Wally.
Yeah.
This is Al.
Okay.
How you doing, pal?
All right.
Well, I was trying to call Request Video to get some tickets to Michael Myers, but I guess I can't, so I'll just talk to you instead, okay?
No, I don't think so, pal. I'm sick and tired of talking to you already. You bore me. You bore me to death, and I think everybody listening. So goodbye. Call me again in about 5 years. Next caller, you're on the air.
Hello, Wally.
Yes.
This is Johnny from Garden Grove.
Hi, Johnny.
And I'm a Democrat, but I'm afraid of this Dukakis guy. I'm afraid he's a lot like Jimmy Carter. Is there any similarities there, you think?
Absolutely. And you are like many, many others that I've heard from all over the country who write to me, who are Democrats, who are going to vote for George Bush. They call those the Reagan Democrats, who are worried, just like you, that they don't want to go back. Now, what they're worried about is, hey, Dukakis comes on and says, we got to change. We got to have a big change in America. And a lot of people like you, who are Democrats, are saying, change to what? Change to what? Do we want to go back to the Carter days of doom and gloom and malaise? No way. Why should the people go back? Why should the people change when things are so good in America? This doesn't make any sense. That's one of the main reasons that George Bush is going to be elected, in my opinion, is because people want to continue the Reagan Revolution. And why not? Things are great. Right back.
Said goodbye to their family, said goodbye to their friends.
Hi, Wally George. I want to invite you to join me today and every day, Monday through Friday at 4:30 for the Hot Seat Hotline. You can get on the phone and talk to me on the air. Tell me what's on your mind. Ask me a question. Make a statement. Argue, if you dare. And I'll make a commentary every single day on what's happening in the news. Join me and tell your friends today, 4:30 until 5, every day, Monday through Friday, for the Hot Seat Hotline on KDOC-TV, Channel 56. Thank you.
I would say that the service is the most important thing after the sale.
I'd say service is the main thing.
Ask people what they look for most in a dealership, and they'll tell you service. And service is something the people at Hardin, Oldsmobile, and Honda take very seriously. At Hardin, courtesy doesn't stop after the sale. Their unmatched commitment to service has placed them among the leaders in customer satisfaction. Incidentally, there's something else you get with Hardin, a very, very good deal.
Hi, I'm Rachel Donahue, and usually you just hear me on the radio in the mornings on KMPC FM. But all this week, you can see me as I'm hosting Request Video on KDOC TV. We're going to play the things that you want to see. And how you get your request on the airwaves is just send us a card or a letter to KDOC TV Request Video, 1730 South Clementine in Anaheim, 92802. Be sure and include your name and address so we can put you in the big drawing on Friday. It's Request Video, KDOC TV, Channel 56.
We're back with you on our Monday edition of the Hotline. I want to remind you, Freedom Furniture on Anaheim Boulevard at Ball Road continues their amazing sales. Go on down there. If you're in the market for any kind of furniture, you can save up to 50% and more on many articles of furniture at Freedom. When you mention Wally George and Channel 56, Freedom Furniture in Anaheim on Anaheim Boulevard at Ball Road, get over there. Tell them I sent you. You can save up to 50%. Freedom Furniture in Anaheim. Great place to go. Okay, let's go back to our next... I'm sorry. Before we go back to our next round of callers, time to remind you, let's put the numbers up. Every Wednesday evening, we tape my Hot Seat show. And here's our very famous Call for Tickets theme song. On the screen, the numbers to call right now for tickets for Hot Seat. You'd like to come down for a taping. The tickets are free. Just call right now these numbers on your screen, give your name and your telephone number, and tell the operator how many tickets you want. And we'll invite you to come down for a taping of Hot Seat. 714 area code, it's 999. 5,000. I love that number. 999-5000. The 213 area code. Call right now. 464. 464-6111. Call right now. Tickets for Hot Seat. They're free. Zip. Go back to our busy round of callers now. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Wally?
Yes.
How you doing? This is Bob in Orange County.
Hello, Bob.
I read an article today in the Register, either today or yesterday, about possibly raising sales taxes to do things for the freeway system out here, maybe widening some lanes or something. I thought that was a pretty good idea. According to the poll, a lot of people would do that.
Well, what I think we should do is, I think we should widen the freeways. But on top of that, I think we have to have a light rail system down the freeways. Why in the world haven't we done this years and years and years ago? I've been talking about this for about 10 years now. Why don't we build a light rail system right down the middle of the freeway or on either side of the freeway? But, you know, for example, we could use one just like they have at Disneyland. Just put it up in the air and let those suckers go riding back and forth. You could cut down on 50% of the traffic on the freeways if we had a light rail system going on our major freeways, the Santa Ana, the Hollywood, all those major freeways, the San Diego 405. Let's get to light rail. For heaven's sake, let's not listen to that idiot Mayor Bradley who wants to dig a hole in the ground, for heaven's sake, and have a subway system. That's the last thing we need in earthquake country. What we do need is a light rail system right down the freeway, all the major freeways. Why not? We keep complaining about these crowded freeways, bumper to bumper, gridlock and all that. Light rail, I've been saying it for years. When are we going to do it? Next caller, you're on the air.
Hello, Wally.
Yes.
This is Will in Los Angeles.
Hello, Will.
I just want to say, if they quarantine the AIDS victims, you'll never see your wife.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. You want to take that lightly? You want to joke about that, pal? By the way, have you had your AIDS test lately? I suggest you run down quickly. From the sound of your voice, you may be in peril. I have news. Get your AIDS test today before it's too late. But, yes, I certainly will stand up for my convictions on that. AIDS patients must be quarantined from society until they find a cure. Or at least until they find something you can take to keep you from getting it. Because AIDS is a deadly disease, and it is highly contagious. By one drop of blood, you can catch AIDS from an AIDS victim. It's in the body fluids. And these liberals who are saying, no way, that's terrible. Why, for every serious contagious disease, we have always isolated them from society, so why not AIDS? Next caller, you're on the air.
Hello, Wally.
Yes.
This is Brian from Irvine.
Yes, Brian.
Yes, I'd like to know your opinion about some of the alternative political parties that are on the ticket this year. For
well,
the Libertarians or the Peace and Freedom Party.
Well, most of them are ridiculous. They have such ridiculous platforms, and I don't even know why they even try. They're never going to have a chance at ever winning any major political office, certainly not any national office. So why do they even try? The Libertarian Party, they're a bunch of lunatics, in my opinion. The Peace and Freedom Party and all that kind of junk. Why do they even try? Let's face it, this is a two-party system, a two-party country, and you're either going to elect a Democrat or a Republican, especially for national office. So, you know, they're wasting their time and our time, in my opinion. Next caller, you're on the air.
Yes, Wally, I wanted to tell you about that witch that guy was calling about earlier.
All right, go ahead.
Okay,
wait, now let me explain. Last Thursday, somebody called me that about Michael Dukakis having a witch on his staff. Now, you want to explain that?
Okay, the witch is not on his staff, but I know someone who talked to Jon Stewart, who is a talk show host of a Christian radio,
yes,
that called her personally in Salem, Massachusetts, and she verified that she has a certificate of state witch, which Michael Dukakis gave her. She owns her own occult bookshop, and he is a customer of hers.
Oh,
he is in the occult.
He made her the official state.
That's right.
Witch of Massachusetts.
That's right.
Oh, hey, I wish you could mail me some information on that, because I would love to call her on my radio show, okay?
If I can find out, I'll let you know.
Send me the information. I love it. Michael Dukakis has an official state witch. That right. Sounds exciting. I'll be right back. Stay where you are.
Very little money in their hands. Some are black and some are...
California Pines, 20,000 acres of majestic forests, rugged mountains, green meadows, and cool rushing streams. A natural, unspoiled outdoor paradise. Now you can own a complete private acre of California Pines for just $690 down and $77 a month. Call now to find out how you might qualify for a mini vacation. For complete information, call 1-800-548-2020. That's California Pines, 1-800-548-2020.
Around.
Then watch. Request video. Monday through Saturday.
5 to 6 p.m.
Now, the intro goes something like this.
Remember, that's Monday through Saturday, 5 to 6 p.m. only on KDOC
TV 56.
Tonight at 6:30 on TV 56, it's eerie suspense, murder, and ghosts on the classic and intriguing soap, Dark Shadows.
Who put the curse on me? For a reason. Because I could not love you.
Ominous events unfold in the present and the past. Dark Shadows, tonight at 6:30 on KDOC TV 56.
We're back, our final segment now of the Hot Seat Hotline for our Monday edition. Once again, I want to remind you to join me tonight on KLAC 570 on the AM dial for the Wally George Great American Radio Show. Normally, I'm on from 7 until 10 p.m. Tonight, we'll be on at approximately 8:45 tonight, immediately following the Lakers game. Okay? So join us tonight at approximately 8:45. I'll give you the numbers to call. Write them down so you can start to call ahead and get in line first. In the 213 or the 818 area code, you can call me at 520-KLAC, 520-KLAC. In the 714 area code, it's 977-KLAC, 977-KLAC. Don't call now. Start calling me about 8:45 when we go on the air tonight. 570 on the AM dial, okay? Now let's get back to our final round of callers. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
This is George Medina from Santa Ana, California.
Yes, go ahead, George.
Yes, my question is that I saw in the news it said that Bush was losing the votes. He had a 25% lead. Now he only has a 7% lead.
No. You're totally wrong. He never had a 25% lead. He had and still has a 17-point lead, according to the NBC Wall Street Journal poll. Now, there are several surveys out, several polls out. In fact, there are about 4 or 5 polls that are out. George Bush is ahead in every one of them. In about 3 of the polls, he's leading by 8 points. In another one, he's leading by 9 points. In the Wall Street Journal NBC poll, he's leading by 17 points. Here in the state of California, he was behind Dukakis, 2 points. Now he's leading by 10 points. So in all of the polls, Bush is way ahead, but he's ahead more in others. For example, he's ahead the most in the NBC Wall Street Journal poll. So that's the way it is. So write that down, and now you know. Next caller, you're on the air.
Hello, Wally.
Yes.
This is Rusty from Garden Grove.
Yes, Rusty.
Yeah, I'd like to know if you could tell me why Chris Little has Michael Dukakis' eyebrows on his upper lip.
Good point. I never realized that. You're right. Chris Little's mustache does resemble Michael Dukakis' eyebrows. That's something that never has been brought to my attention, and I'm sorry you did. Next caller, hello, you're on the air.
Hey,
Very
Wally,
important, though, I must say. Yes, go ahead.
Wally, this is Alan from L.A.
Hello, Alan.
Hey, I was wondering, oh yeah, now I remember, sorry. Where I can get a Wally wig?
It took you that long to get that out? You forgot? It took you that long to become an idiot. It took you 10 seconds to embarrass yourself and make yourself a total nut. Well, at least you did it, so now your parents can be embarrassed for the rest of the evening. That's all the time we're going to have. Stay tuned for Chris Little coming up with the news update, and then it'll be request video. And don't forget, I'll be back here live tomorrow, taking your phone calls at 4:30. And join me tonight live, starting at about approximately 8:45 on KLAC 570 on the AM dial, right after the Lakers game. Have a terrific day. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Be good.
See all the hottest rock videos hosted by your favorite LA DJs on Request Video, coming up next on KDOC TV 56.
Voices from nowhere and voices from the larger town.
And now for a KDOC TV news update with all the world's events as they happen throughout the day. Here's KDOC TV news anchor Chris Little.
Good afternoon. Police in Tustin say a man killed his mother and two of his foster children today before wounding himself. They say Leo Huffman called them this morning on 911 to report the killings and then shot himself in the head. The 60-year-old Huffman was taken to Western Medical Center for surgery. They call it the putting green effect. Over the past 15 years, the deserts around Palm Springs has gotten a little cooler on the average, about 2 to 3 degrees cooler. Scientists at Arizona State University say it could be due to the millions of gallons of water poured on the 80 golf courses each day. I'll be back with more.
The immorality of apartheid is so serious, and I think it is, and I think most Americans think it is, that we have to take very tough action against South Africa.
Governor, I can't argue with you.
And I think most
I'm asking you
that. I think the Congress will support
you're the man who's running for President of the United States. So when I ask you, as a man who would be president, are you willing to do without some of those strategic materials that the United States needs from South Africa on a basis of principle? What is your answer?
I think there may be some exceptions, and they are provided for in that bill, but I think it's important that we find alternatives, that we seek alternatives, and that we do everything we can to use the strength and clout of the United States of America as an international leader to finally end this really terrible system, which has to end and must end, and I want the United States to.
Well, Governor, as you know, there is one alternative as a source of supply for most of those strategic materials, but it's the Soviet Union.
Well, there may be other alternatives as well, too.
Well, there are.
We should